What's up, guys and girls? Jarvis for Skatewarehouse. Today's trick is the infamous 360 flip. Alright, I know a lot of you guys want to have this trick, so I figure that I'll go ahead and try to explain it to you the best I can to my knowledge. Alright, I've been doing this trick for a while already, and I still don't have it perfect yet, you know. So when you're doing this trick, you want to make sure you're comfortable with it. You can, you have an idea of how it works and such. The most important part of a 360 flip is your back foot placement and the job that it does in this trick. You kind of see how I'm kind of imagine wrapping your toes. Imagine if I was barefoot right now, I'm almost wrapping my toes around the edge here. The best way to say it is just to scoop it. You gotta, at the same time you're popping it, you gotta get this back foot out and scoop it really hard. And that's what gets it all the way around to do a 360 rotation. If you do the scoop right, your front foot is barely going to have to do any work at all. The back foot will do most of it for you. So the front foot is just kind of going to hang out there for a second. Front foot, so back foot kind of here on the edge. Just try to find a comfortable spot. For me, it's right about there. Okay. Front foot, I like to have it somewhere around here or more towards the front bolts. Kind of depends on the board I have at the time or whatever. But front foot, you want it to be somewhat straight. You don't want it to be like this. It's just going to make it harder. Also, your shoulders, you want them to be like this. You want to be facing forward. If you're facing this way, I've noticed you tend to do it and kind of rotate this way with it, and it just makes it harder to land. So you want to make sure your shoulders are facing in the direction that you're going. You want to stay centered over the board. You want to try and scoop it so that it stays in front of you right here. You might notice that when you first start trying this trick, it's going to land and end up way out over here sometimes. And that's where the scoop comes in. You want to scoop it to where you get a nice rip. It's almost going to sound like something's ripping. And you just want to scoop it as hard as you can so you get a nice hard scoop and it stays right underneath you. The front foot, the flick is kind of just, it's kind of a combination of both feet together, right? So as you're scooping it, kind of just shoot your foot out forward, and you're going to want to hang it out there while the board's flipping. So it's going to rotate like this underneath. You're going to catch it with the front foot, set it down, back foot obviously on the bolts there. It's a hard trick to learn, so it's not going to be easy. It's not going to come real quick. For some of you it might, which is great, and those of you who do get it right away, it'll probably end up in a magazine someday. But other than that, take your time, practice, go off a curb, off a kicker or something. It took me like 2 years to get this consistently. So just try to understand how and what your feet need to do to make this trick happen. So remember, front foot like this, kind of almost not straight forward but slightly angled around just behind the bolts, either here or here, whichever's most comfortable. Back foot curling, gripping the back right here. Give it a nice whip. So scoop it, whip it, flick that front foot out, hold it out there, let it rotate all the way around. You can even just try landing this with one foot first, just kind of pop it out. Just try and land it with one foot. Hopefully you guys can pull this off. I know you all can. If I can do it, you can all do it. So let's try a few.